Some men walk into a room and say nothing, yet everyone turns. Why? It's not their size, not their voice. It's something deeper, something invisible, and dangerously magnetic. Real danger doesn't shout. It watches in silence. It doesn't beg to be seen, it's simply felt. And that's what makes it so powerful. There's a presence some men carry that unsettles others without saying a word. It's not an act, it's a discipline forged in silence. These are 4 habits that shape that presence. Habit 1. Ruthless emotional control. The average man reacts when provoked. He shouts, flails, defends his pride like a child clinging to a toy. But a dangerous man, he doesn't react. He observes. He breathes. He calculates. And often, he says nothing at all. Epictetus once warned, "Anyone capable of angering you becomes your master." When a man refuses to be moved by insults, when he stands unshaken while being tested, he declares silently, "No one owns me." This isn't about pretending to be strong. It's about actually being strong. The kind of strength that makes others hesitate. The kind that disarms people because they cannot predict your next move. And people always fear what they can't control. That man, the one who doesn't flinch when pushed, who doesn't chase validation, who doesn't need revenge, he forces others into reflection with silence alone. He becomes the loudest presence in the room, because real danger lives in restraint. Habit 2. Absolute indifference to opinion. This one is even rarer. You walk your path. You don't ask for permission. You don't need to explain your choices. You're not looking for claps or nods. That kind of detachment, it rattles people. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own." And it's true. Most live like performers desperate for praise, crushed by criticism. But the man who moves forward without applause, who no longer craves validation, becomes untouchable. And the untouchable are feared. You don't need to be cruel. You don't need to be loud. But when every action comes from reason, not ego, when your silence is chosen, not forced, you earn a reputation no loud bravado could ever match. It's not about hurting others. It's about being the kind of man who, if he chose to strike, nothing could stand in his way. And everyone senses that. That's the reputation of danger. Habit 3. Mastery over desire. A man becomes truly dangerous when his actions are no longer dictated by desire, not for lust, not for money, not for praise. Because the world controls through one thing: temptation. If they can tempt you, they can manipulate you, own you. But the man who can stare at power, beauty, wealth, and say, "I don't need it," he terrifies those still ruled by it. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." The man who wants nothing becomes unbreakable. You can't seduce a man at peace with himself. You can't bribe someone who already feels complete. And you can't threaten a man who doesn't cling to anything. This isn't weakness. It's quiet power. A silent message to the world. You have no hold over me. And that's what makes him dangerous. Habit 4. Emotional silence in chaos. A truly dangerous man doesn't yell. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't react. Not because he's cold, but because he understands the true power of stillness. Marcus Aurelius taught, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." In a world addicted to noise and chaos, calm is unnerving. When others explode, he remains composed. When they provoke, he gives them silence, not out of fear, but out of command. Because he's mastered the inner war. While the world rushes, he walks slowly. While others scream, he observes. His gaze says, "I see more than I speak." His calmness feels like a storm about to break. This man doesn't fight every battle. He chooses. He holds his fire, not out of weakness, but out of precision. And that makes him unreadable, dangerous, free. He knows what Epictetus meant when he said, "Anyone capable of angering you becomes your master." So he cuts the strings, and in doing so becomes truly untouchable. If this spoke to you, subscribe to Stoic Blend, where ancient wisdom meets modern masculinity. Thank you.